Hey everyone, it's Astronaut Clutch Wendell here, bringing you a new video commentary. The game that you're watching right now is Gears of War 4 on PC. And this is one of those rare instances where Gears of War 4 on the PC actually isn't crashing. Hopefully they iron out those issues by the time Gears of War 5 comes out, but at this point Gears of War 4 is pretty much unplayable on the PC at least because of the crashing issues and the rate at which it crashes. I mean, every time I play this game it crashes at least once for the most part. And it's kind of annoying. So hopefully they fix that. I don't know. But the topic of today's video is why I think social media is toxic and why I don't particularly enjoy spending time on social media as much as I did, let's say, 10 years ago, when I think it was more of a friendly environment. I think it was a more laid back, a more chill place to be. You didn't have intrusive ads on every page, or I mean, you see that a lot, even on Instagram or Facebook. You'll see, ads based on things that you're searching on the internet, and I don't know, like none of that stuff really existed back in the day. It was all really focused around staying connected with your friends and family, and I guess making new friends. I don't really know, but the environment that social media presented was much better, in my opinion, back in the day. And maybe that's a little bit of nostalgia creeping up on me. I don't know, but when I just compare what it was then to what it is now, I feel that it was just a much better place, like 10 years ago. But the first big reason I think that social media is toxic is it presents a false reality. And by that I mean people are able to show only the pieces of their life that they want you to see. They don't show you all of the hardships or all of the, I guess maybe I should say this in a better way. It's not that they show you, it's that you don't get to see the hard parts of their life that aren't so perfect, right? Someone could post a picture of the new house that they just bought, or maybe they just got a new puppy or a new job. But you don't see, for instance, like let's say you just got a new job and you post that on Instagram or Facebook as like an announcement. You don't see the number of failures that had happened up until that point. You only see, oh, wow, they just got a brand new job. That's awesome, right? Like it's going back to that false reality that I was mentioning, that you just miss out on a lot of the imperfections of people's lives, and they can show you exactly what they want. And honestly, and there's nothing wrong with that. I guess it makes sense, right? Nobody wants to put themselves out there in a negative, I guess nobody wants themselves to be seen in a negative light. And so they only share the positive aspects of their life. But then what that does is that people now start to think that their life has to be perfect, or their life should be perfect, or that things should never be hard. And I feel that it's hard because when you're going through a tough time in life and you see all of these people doing all these really cool things or posting all these really awesome experiences that they're doing in their own lives, and you're not seeing like the hardships that they're going through, but yet you're going through those yourself, it's hard to, I guess, understand that those people that are posting those same things are also going through something, going through hardships at some point. Because of this, it's almost like people are out of touch with what real life actually is, and the way that life happens, for lack of a better term. We all go through hard times. We all have rough patches, but social media doesn't let you see that. Or rather, the people who run their social media accounts don't let you see those aspects of their life. And as I said before, it makes sense. Nobody wants to put these negative posts about themselves on social media, but sometimes people do. Sometimes people talk about their depression on social media, or they talk about other aspects of their life that aren't perfect. And I find that those are outliers. I find that it's more common that people post the positive aspects of their life because, one, it gets them recognition, and everyone, it makes people think differently about you. You get to choose essentially the kind of things that you want people to think of when they maybe hear your name or see a picture of you based on the things that you're sharing. Unless they're, a really close friend of yours who you talk to a lot, then, they might know a bit more about you than obviously someone who just follows you on social media. But again, that's like a totally separate case. The second reason why I find that social media is toxic is that it's almost like people aren't enjoying life anymore. For example, when people go on vacation, you see nothing but posts of them being on vacation. For instance, for those of you who are familiar with Instagram, there's a feature called The Story, which is essentially a collection of limited time posts that you can put on a designated feed, and then people can click on that feed and basically click through all of those posts that you've made to that particular story for any day, any given day. So it lasts 24 hours. And you'll see the stories are basically filled with nothing but pictures of them being on vacation. It's almost to the point where they're not even present in the moments that they're in. It's like, as I mentioned before, they're not enjoying their time there. They kind of want to, I guess, going back to my previous point, it's they want to post the positive aspects of their life. When people go on vacation or they do something fun, the natural instinct for a lot of people nowadays is to, oh, I better post this on Instagram or I better post this on Facebook so that people know I'm having fun. I feel that people want I don't want to say attention, but they want people to know the kinds of fun that they're having, which kind of feeds back into the whole false reality topic that I covered in the beginning of this video, where it's, nothing but the fun things that they're doing, and, you don't get to see a lot of the other negative things that are maybe happening. But another example of people not really enjoying their life because of social media is I bet if you went on YouTube right now and you looked up 2019 concert for your favorite band, and then you watched the live concert, you'd probably see that a good majority of the people actually have their phones out and they're just recording. They spend more time recording and taking pictures than they do actually being present in the moment. And I made another video on my YouTube channel called Nostalgic Depression, in which I covered nostalgic depression, of course. And one of the main themes in that was, in order to avoid being depressed because you miss the old days, you have to be present in the moment. And I think social media is prohibiting that in a lot of ways, because people spend so much time and so much energy making posts, thinking of captions, putting the next cool thing on their Instagram story, that they forget to be present in the moment. And maybe they're not regretful people, or maybe they don't care that much. I don't really know, but I think if we were able to put into perspective how much time people spend on social media and have people see that, I think it would shed some light on the sorts of negativity that exists there. But last but not least, I have a couple of other points, I suppose, but the last main one is that Facebook in particular, people aren't even posting stuff about their life anymore. I find, at least not on the timeline. On stories, of course, it's kind of similar to Instagram. Facebook owns Instagram anyway, but it's similar to Instagram, where on their stories they're posting what they're doing on a day-to-day basis. I don't really know. But what I've noticed is that on Facebook timelines, it's more of people just sharing memes and funny videos, and just it's not about being connected with your friends anymore. It's about sharing edgy content or sharing funny videos with your friends, or tagging people in funny videos. And it's a bit different, right? I feel the environment back in the day before the whole, for lack of a better term, meme apocalypse. Don't even know if that's a real thing, but before that, people were actually making posts on social media, and they were different. Like there was still toxicity in terms of the kinds of things that people were posting on Facebook back in the day. It was, for instance, it would be like this post, or God will, or you're going to hell, or something like that. And so I guess there's always been that toxicity there, but I think it's gotten to a point where people aren't even posting their own original stuff anymore. It's other people's videos that are funny, or it's some edgy content. And yeah, I don't know, Facebook has really gone downhill, so I don't even really use it anymore. But yeah, I guess because of the downhill nature that I've seen with social media, it's really just kind of turned me off from wanting to use it at all. I almost find like a resentment to social media right now. I find myself getting more pissed off and worked up and angry over the kinds of things that I see on there than actually enjoying my time spent. Most of the time that I spend using social media now is messaging my friends, or sharing content of similar things that my friends and I like. I don't even really use Facebook anymore, but in terms of Instagram, there are a lot of different pages, or UFC fighters, or people that, or things that my friends and I are also interested in, that we can share and talk about in an easier fashion than, let's say, over text. So that's kind of what I use it for nowadays. But I don't know, man. The last few weeks, I've been getting so angry with the kinds of things that I see on social media. I mean, it's even just the small things. It's the people fishing for attention, or on Twitter, it's the people stealing tweets or posting the same thing every single year so that it goes viral and they get attention. And I don't know what it is, but that stuff just gets me so worked up sometimes, because it's just annoying, right? Like, I don't want to see the same stupid tweet every damn year just so you can get a little bit of attention and go viral. And that's also another point that I like to make, is that I feel it's just so attention driven. People just want attention, so they'll do whatever it takes to get that attention, or get a click, or get a like. And there are a lot of implications based on that idea. People wanting attention, people wanting a like. And I remember I wrote a research paper my freshman year of college talking about how Facebook and the decline of psychological well-being are tied together. I've even seen another thing that just popped up that I thought about, is I've even seen people on Instagram who, if they don't get a certain number of likes in a certain time frame, then they'll just delete the picture, because I honestly can't even describe the thought process, why anybody would do that. But if I had to guess, I think it's that people just want to feel recognized. They want to feel popular, I suppose. And if they get 150 likes or 200 likes on their photo, then it's gratification for them, or maybe it's some sort of external validation that makes them feel good. And if that's not satisfied, then everything just goes downhill. I don't know. They have to go and delete the picture. I don't know. It's bothered me. It's really been bothering me over the last few weeks. So that's kind of the motivation behind this video, is just to talk about the things that I think make social media toxic and why it bothers me so much. And it feels good, honestly, to just get it off my chest. And I talk with my friends about this quite a bit. I could go on and on for days and days and days and talk about the things that piss me off about social media, but I just can't do that in a YouTube video. But my friends, just ask any of my friends, they all know. It's some of the things that people post are just straight up annoying, and it happens. It's just so often that it's not like it's an accident, right? It's not like it's an outlier. It just happens so often. So I don't know. But I guess if you guys have any examples, or to actually, tell me what you guys think about social media, whether or not you use it, and if you do use social media, which platforms do you use and why? Like, what's your motivation? And also, if you've experienced any of the same things that I mentioned in this video, then feel free to let me know. 'Cause I'm sure that I'm not alone on this one, because I have quite a few friends who notice the same sort of patterns that I've seen over the years. But anyway, that's all for the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any commentary suggestions that you'd like to give me, feel free to leave a comment, and I can, depending on what it is, try to come up with a video, talk about it, give my 2 cents on something that you'd like to hear me talk about. So until next time, see you later.